when I was a teenager. I was writing my pre-medical examination in a city not far from where I live. But unfortunately, on that day, it was tormented by the communal riots. And I remember there were 5 of us, so we started to run, frightened like anything. And we had a raging crowd on one side, riot police on the other, and we had no sense of direction. Somehow, we managed to discover a shelter where we stayed till the chaos subsided. And then only we realized that among the 5 young people as we were, 4 belonged to 4 different religions. So when fear was frightening us, humanity was uniting us in that particular moment. And I shared that incident with you because what I feared on that day, I, and probably everyone else, now fear the same for the future of humanity, where everyone is asking the same question, that how on earth we could allow the human history to be written with the words that are soaked in the cascade of blood. How on earth we can allow very few dreadful individuals to take the lives of innocent men and women and children. How on earth we can allow the religion, which is such a profound experience for humanity, to get poisoned with hatred, intolerance and violence. No one should allow that to happen. And that's why the generation of today and tomorrow are looking at the faith leaders to provide a global, resolute and determined response to this calamity of consciousness. And I purposely use the word consciousness because what I just talked about, everyone is aware of it. And everyone is desperate to seek the solutions too. But when we try to seek the solutions, we focus too much on the external measures like changing the law, changing the statutes, changing the acts, changing the regulations. They are important, but they cannot solely bring the change unless there is a change in the way we think. These crises of the human conscience that allow people to continue living their lives like nothing is happening, when society is collapsing and humanity is dying, demand for a fundamental change in the way we think. And the change that I refer to cannot happen if I change my clothes or if I get tattooed. It is a qualitative change in our personalities that could allow the fibers of different faiths to create one fabric of humanity. And that is possible. That is possible if there is a global transmutation of the consciousness that in Sanskrit we call as the Sahacharya. You may not know, but Hinduism is a name for many culturally diverse coexisting traditions. And in a country where we have got 22 official languages, more than entire Europe, and 720 dialects, like more than the entire American continent, 500 documented cultures, we somehow understood that there is a lot that unites us than the one that divides us.